Good morning, dear students. Today we shall learn about vocabulary. Vocabulary is very important to all the learners of any language because vocabulary plays a fundamental role in the reading process and is critical to reading comprehension. What is vocabulary, children? Knowledge of words. We learn the meanings of most words indirectly through everyday experiences with oral and written language. Other words are learned through carefully designed instructions in your classrooms. Okay? Vocabulary refers to the words we must understand to communicate effectively. Educators often consider 4 types of vocabulary: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Listening vocabulary refers to the words we need to know to understand what we hear. Speaking vocabulary consists of words we use when we speak. Reading vocabulary refers to the words we need to know to understand what we read. Writing vocabulary consists of the words we use in writing. Vocabulary plays an important part in learning to read. Okay, children. Now, so as we go to school, as we come across different situations in the school learning environment, we keep learning a very good number of words. Okay. Vocabulary is key to reading comprehension, as we have seen. Readers cannot understand. We cannot understand what we are really reading without knowing what most of the words mean. Okay. We learn to read more advanced text, and when we read them, we learn the meaning of new words that are not a part of our oral vocabulary. Okay. Now, let us see in this session how we can go with the vocabulary. We generally listen to the words from our teachers. When they teach us, we listen to the words, we read the words, we understand them with the help of our teachers. Not only in the language, children, not only in English language, we can get a lot more vocabulary through our non-language teachers. That means mathematics, social sciences, general sciences. So the teachers, while giving the lesson, while talking to you, they keep using a lot many words. So you can learn a number of words when you listen to them properly. Okay? Then vocabulary improves reading comprehension, and you will be able to understand when you read a quite number of books. Okay? Then you will be able to understand even new texts. Now, how do we acquire vocabulary? Acquire vocabulary means how do we get the knowledge of vocabulary? What are the different means to find the new words? Where can we go for the help? Okay, what sort of vocabulary has to be used in different contexts? Here, we have many sources like direct instructions. Direct instructions. Keep listening to the teachers, to the elders, to your family members when they use the language. You try to understand what they were trying to say. Okay, if you listen to them, if you understand each and every word, a good number of vocabulary or word knowledge you will acquire. Then wide reading, words in context, okay, situational words you can understand. While reading the books, you can get new words. While talking to others and making word study, words in different context, you can understand vocabulary. Now, here is a word, that is word consciousness. What is word consciousness? Means what words are to be used in a particular situation. So how do we know them? You have to search for the words, then find the meaning, enjoy word play, playing with the words. Okay? Some words have multiple meanings. You go for them. Refer a dictionary. Dictionary is the best friend for any language learner. For that matter, for any language learner, dictionary should be always carried in a bag. Okay? We have to keep our dictionaries in all our learning corners, like at school, at home, at library, at working places. What is diction? Diction is usage of words in speech and writing. So it is a dictionary. So keep using dictionaries. Okay. Now, so how to master vocabulary? What is mastering vocabulary? Mastering vocabulary means to have a specific knowledge about a particular use of a particular word. That is what we call mastering vocabulary. Okay, children. Now, see, different forms of words you can see. Different forms of a single word. Okay. Now, can you see this? Attitude. Okay. What is attitude? The way you think, feel, or behave. What are synonyms, children? Synonyms. Synonyms. Similar. Synonyms. Similar. Okay. Similar. That means the words with similar meaning. Okay. See. Point of view, perspective, outlook, behavior, frame of mind. In the same way, you have antonyms also there. What are antonyms? These are the words with similar meaning, with attitude. Okay. Point of view, what you think. Perspective, how you see the things. Outlook, what you get the notion of. Behavior, behavior is a common word. Frame of mind, that means how your mind thinks about a situation, about a person. Okay. Now these are antonyms. So antonyms are deter, stupidity, misconception, mistake, disbelief. Okay, all these are antonyms. Now, let us see how this attitude is used in a sentence. He has a positive attitude. You need to change your bad attitude. He had the attitude that work was fun. Attitudinal changes reflect the experiences of the people. So, children, see how attitude word is used in the sentences. In your paper 2, in unseen text, while you draft your own text, you can use this word. Okay? Then you'll find it easy to understand in different text. Now we have another beautiful word, perseverance. What does it mean? Continued efforts to do something despite difficulties and failures. So you have verb forms, adjective, persevere, persevering, persevered. What are the meanings or synonyms? Synonyms means words with similar meanings. Determination, endurance, patience, purposefulness, certainty. Okay. Now antonyms, opposites. Reluctance, inattention, hesitation, negligence, uncertainty. What are the antonyms? Okay. Reluctance, inattention, hesitation, negligence, uncertainty. What are the meanings? Determination, endurance, patience, purposefulness, certainty. Children, you can use these words in various contexts. Okay. When you understand all these words, I am determined to do something. He has a strong determination. Okay. Your hopes, your ideas, your thoughts. When you express in text, you can use these words. Okay. Endurance for a long period of time. Patience to bear certain things. Purposefulness, how to use a particular situation. Certainty means definite condition. Okay. Let us see how this word is used in a sentence. Perseverance. Great works are performed not by strength but by perseverance. His perseverance and diligence in his youth have made him what he is today. His ability to persevere despite obstacles and setbacks is awesome. He is a persevering and approachable family man. Dear students, if you notice, all the words are familiar to you in this unit. At the end of the unit, you should be able to understand and use these words in different contexts. Let us see another word. Distraught. Extremely sad and upset. What are the words with similar meaning? Alarmed, worried, distressed, confused, perturbed. Can you see them, children? Distraught mother of Nick. It's an image of a distraught woman. You can notice that she is very sad and upset or something. In the same way, Nick's parents, mother, father, they were also upset. So what are the words we use? Similar words. Alarmed, worried, distressed, confused, perturbed. You have antonyms for this? Opposites. Antonyms, opposites. Balanced, happy, peaceful, gladdened, pleased. These are all opposites of distraught. Balanced, happy, peaceful, gladdened, pleased. See, children, when you see at a picture or this word, you can understand how differently you can get the knowledge of words. Okay? You can know the meanings, you can know the opposites, and most importantly, you should use them in your writing and reading. Of course, while speaking also, you have to make use of the vocabulary. Okay? Now let us see how this sentence, this word is used in a sentence. The children were distraught and restless, and things went wrong. When my father died, I was so distraught that I dropped out of school. When Harry is distraught, he eats a lot of junk food. Okay, in this way, you can use the words in different sentences, children. Here, this particular session on vocabulary is meant for you to know the importance of usage of words in various contexts, and in order to make you understand how to get the meaning of new words from a newer text. Now, here you have another word, children, that is bullied. To hurt or frighten someone. What is bullied? To hurt or frighten someone. Bully means a person who frightens someone. Bullying. Okay? Now, synonyms. Words with similar meaning to bullied. What are they? I am giving you time, children, in order to make you listen to the words more carefully and read them as the lesson goes on. Okay. Synonyms. Teased, torment, intimidate, pressurize, harass. All these are synonyms. Teased, teasing, torment, suffer, to make others suffer, to make others feel bad, insult, humiliate. All these are the words for which you can use instead of bullied. Okay? So these are the same or similar words with similar meaning. You can use them in your sentences. You have antonyms here, children, opposites for bullied. Aid, please, relieve, alleviate, boost. These words are the opposites for bullied. Okay? Try to find the sentences where these words are used. Refer to various texts, children, and make a note of these sentences in your notebook or in your language learning material. Okay, so that you can use them whenever you want, and it will be a big practice for you when you start writing your own piece of text. Now, how to use this bullied in a sentence? I fell victim to the office bully. There is a person in the office who teased me. Do not let anyone bully you into doing something you don't want to do. That means don't allow others to insult you. Be strong in your stand. It is important that you report to the teacher if you see anyone bullied. The moment you see such things in your school or in your surroundings, rush to your teacher. Okay, children. Wow. See? Beautiful scenery or scene. What do you call it? Do we really have words to explain or to describe that scenery? Wow. Just imagine yourself standing there and watching that beautiful. Wow. I don't have words, children, here. Amazing. This situation is called, this feel is called amazing. Okay? Amazement, amazingly, amazed. What are the words with similar meaning? Astonishing, stupefying, remarkable, spectacular, breathtaking. So these words explain the extraordinary condition or extraordinarily beautifully experienced feel. Okay, so when you come across such situations in your text, you can make use of or you can understand the word. Now you have opposites also for this. Here it is amazing. Here disinterested, nonchalant, casual, unconcerned, unimpressed. Okay? So these words are opposites. See, even when you refer a dictionary or online dictionary, when you go to Google and when you see the pronunciation of any word, you can easily understand how to pronounce any word. Pronunciation is a must, children, because it is a part of learning or understanding vocabulary. Amazing. How to use it in a sentence? I was amazed at his reaction to a simple compliment. It was amazing how she conveyed that expression or impression without using words. We were all dumbstruck with amazement. They say she is amazingly beautiful. Okay. So, children, when you learn one word in any context, you should know its form. That means whether it is a verb, whether it is a noun, whether it is an adjective, an adverb, how it changes, its meanings, its opposites. Okay? Then you will be able to use them in different contexts. It's not that when you learn a single word, you get only one word. When you go around that word, you will be coming across a many number of words which will help you to master the vocabulary. Okay? Now you have another word here, that is pioneer. Pioneer. Who is a pioneer? A person who is one of the first to develop an area of human knowledge and culture. Okay, that's it. Pioneering, pioneers. Okay. So what are the words with similar meaning? That is synonyms. Synonym, similar meaning. Develop, introduce, launch, start, settler. Okay, anything which is done for the first time is pioneering. You know one thing, children? Medchil district, our district, pioneered in what? We have our own website, children, where we can go through. Now you are watching this video in that website. So we are the first ones to get this thought or to implement this in the state of Telangana. Are we not proud enough to say this? Yes. So this is our pioneering project, children. Now what antonyms are here? Secondary, following, later, consequent, successor. So these are the opposites. Okay. Automatically, children, when you keep practicing the words, when you understand any meaning, automatically you will be able to derive an opposite also. Okay. But all it needs is a practice, regularity in your works, in your reading and speaking activities, in your listening and other activities, in your writing activities. Now, in a sentence, the school has won award for its pioneering work with the community. The scientists of the country pioneer in cleaning up harbour water. M.S. Swaminathan was a pioneer in the field of agricultural biotechnology. Okay. So, children, here one point I would like to stress. When you use any word in a sentence or in a text or in a context, it's not only that word, you will be coming across many words, scientists, cleaning, harbour, agricultural, biotechnology. So this is the way how to learn new words. See, any language is an ocean, children. In order to master the words of that language, keep reading, keep listening, keep speaking, keep writing. Okay? The more you get exposed to the language, the more your capability of acquiring the words increase. Now, what is this? You have another word, that is introvert. Who is an introvert? Quiet and shy person who finds it difficult to talk to people. Words with similar meaning. See the pigs, children? The pigs explain themselves. Now, introvert keeps thinking inside. Extrovert sharing the things outside. So, synonyms for introvert: loner, solitary, shy, reserved, unsocial. Okay. Then opposites: extrovert, outspoken, sociable, talkative, open. These are opposites of this introvert. Now, where did you find this word, children, in your unit? In your lessons? In which reading? In which reading? Yes, you are right, in reading C. In C reading, Narayana Murthy's lesson. Okay. Now here, you identify, try to get the knowledge of these words and make their use to the maximum. Now let us see how that word is used in a sentence. Maggie is a lonely and introverted child. Is a lonely, introverted child. The teacher has to try harder to involve the introverts in classroom discussions or class discussions. Here, we also come across some children, some parents, some elders. They speak very little. Okay? They keep thinking in their minds, but they move very little. They are not that sociable. Okay? So, because she is an introvert, she rarely attends any party. So, introvert, extrovert. When you see the qualities of introvert in any person, you should immediately recollect the word introvert. Done? Okay, children. There are many words where you can find the importance of learning vocabulary. Here you have some tasks, and those tasks are very easy for you. You can easily do them on your own. If you need any guidance, you can talk to your teachers. They are always available. Okay, here is a match the following task. This task, these are simple words. These are not new for you. Easily you can match them. This exercise initiates you. This task initiates you to work on words. Okay. Now you have another task with reading comprehension. And reading comprehension, in sense, some words are given. Some words are given at the end of the passage. Okay. And for those words, you have to find the place in the passage. Passage is given with blanks. Okay. Read that passage thoroughly. You will understand which word is suitable in a blank. Okay, blanks are given at the end. These sort of exercises or these sort of questions you will get in your exams, in your annual examinations, and in your general slip tests and formative assessments. You keep getting these questions and you have to answer them. So, my suggestion is here, when you happen to come across such questions, first, don't try to fill the blanks immediately. go through the entire passage. That means read the entire passage, then come to an understanding or an idea with the passage. Try to connect your mind, your thoughts with the passage. Then you go for the words given. Okay? That will be the best thing in order to identify the right word in a right blank. Let us read this passage. So let me read this passage for you, children. A curious thing about the dash of a motion picture is that the first group of people who made it dash were not interested in movies at all. The inventions were made by men who wanted to study the dash of animals. Even Thomas Edison, who perfected a device called kinetoscope in 1893, dash of it only as a curiosity. But there were other people who saw great possibilities with entertainment in this dash as they began to make movies. Now in this slide or in this part you have the words given. Read the words properly. Go back to the passage once again. Read that again and again. Find the words. Children, when you find the words, when you read the words, here, after writing that word in the blank, you again read the sentence. Okay? Then it gives you an idea whether the word what you have written is right or wrong in the context, or whether it is suitable or appropriate in that context or not. Okay? So this is the way how you have to read any paragraph or passage or whatever. Okay? Now, okay children, now you have a very beautiful open-ended task. What do I mean by saying open-ended? Here, open-ended means, see, I'm giving you time to read. Complete the following sentences with the appropriate or suitable words. You may get more than one word for some blanks. Have fun with words, children. Discuss with your teacher. Okay. See, dash all vitamins. What do you want to write there? You think and write plenty of sleep. Okay. Then at the end, anyhow, you will find answers. For this session, you don't find answers. Okay. So read them, write, play with the words. Enjoy the words. Okay. Now you have this answers for the previous task 1 and 2. For task 3, it is an open-ended one. You have to ask your teachers, or you can play. You can substitute the words as many as you get, and they should be appropriate. They should be suitable to the sentence over there. Okay. These are open because one is having more than one word. So you try to think as many as you can and try to fill in the blanks and make your own sentences. In the same way, you can even draft your own sentences. You can even think of how to write a sentence with more number of words suitable for that. Okay. Now at the end, I would like to conclude with what? All the best. Okay. Keep listening to English. Keep learning English. Keep talking English. Keep speaking English. Keep reading as many texts as possible. Keep writing your own texts. Above all, keep using vocabulary, words what you learn in your class, in your premises, in your situations, in your surroundings. You keep using them. Okay? Let us be competent and confident in English language. Thank you.